Ready when you are, CB. Do I start in Canada or Mexico?
It's me and Team Animal Kingdom.
We really hate us?
It's Theme Park Thursday Live with Dillos Dudes. Featuring Stephers.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know is that Stephers is here.
I forgot the order in which it went, and I saw the three of us, and I was like, this is the wrong show. This is not the... Hello, it's me.
Hi,
It's
Stephers.
Stephers. I'm here. Hi, Jeffers
hello.
from Canada. Nice to meet you. It's been so long since I've seen faces.
Well, Jen is preoccupied living her HGTV dreams.
Let's be honest. Is it HGTV or is it like Hoarders?
Is it the money pit? I don't know. It could be any of those things at this point. But it's Stephers. It's me. I'm returned from a 4-day trip to Universal Orlando. So we've brought in Stephers because people are clamoring. They're clamoring to know about my trip.
Actually, people are clamoring that you're on the wrong side.
Oh, is it really? All right, goodbye. There we are. No, I'm still on. Wait, what happened?
You live 15 minutes from Jen, but you're not helping her renovate. What is this, Lexi?
How
What
far
is this?
No, I live
15 minutes.
No, I live 15 to 20
Lexi.
minutes.
Lexi lives 15.
Oh, yes, that's true. Lexi does. Lexi should be helping Jen.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
Disrespect.
understand.
It's Frank. He doesn't know how to work this internet.
Lexi and Jen live like I think on the same block, and she doesn't know it. All right, hold on. I'm gonna leave again. Stephers vamp.
Okay. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. No, it puts you on the left. I don't understand. It's fine.
It doesn't.
I'll
What?
just cry.
Technology.
You really should just be able to drag. But like it's okay, y'all. It's fine.
Can I drag? Is that true?
I don't know.
No.
Oh, listen. She never texted me. That's because she's too busy drowning in things.
Yeah.
Anyway, Frank
What
just
about
came
this?
back from a 4-day trip.
No.
A 4-day trip to Universal Orlando. Please unzoom me. No one needs to see that much of my face. Not necessary.
The live stream, getting a show here on our YouTube channel, Dillos Dish YouTube channel. It's Stephers, proper introduction. She, one of the co-pilots of the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. She, one of the co-hosts.
You can't say it.
I could say it. Jen's not here.
Oh, is that why we don't say it?
Sipping and Bitching podcast.
Oh, cute. I've never heard you curse before.
Oh.
It's like, no, let me not ruin the illusion. Never. There might be kids that listen to this podcast.
Let's keep it friendly.
It was going to be like when you find out that so-and-so isn't real.
All right.
Now I said so-and-so. Censored myself. Hello.
So Stephers is here to ask all the hard-hitting questions about my Universal Orlando trip. It's not official trip report until Jen's here, apparently. Oh, there's Jen. Jen's in the chat now.
I don't approve of this. Well, you're not here. If you wanted to fight, you can. Sorry.
Wait, so Lewis is saying, click your face and drag. Come on.
I told you.
Wow.
Look at Frank. And you keep dropping people out.
I've been dropping
Lewis,
people
you just
out
broke his
for
mind.
4 years.
Oh, Lewis, you are the real MVP. Hi, Aurora.
And
hello, John. Welcome. What?
All of you who have been watching us for years.
No one uses StreamYard. No one uses StreamYard.
What are the people using?
I don't know. Just not StreamYard. Why do you ask me questions like I'm a professional podcaster?
What do you use on the Sippin' and the Bitchin'?
We don't to record?
Yeah.
Zoom, like
Just Zoom?
normal humans. Yeah.
What do
And
you
Discord and like OBS.
what
Like we're
what are the
streamers.
monorailers user?
Discord.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm learning a lot here.
Listen here. See that? Lewis is the realist. Teaching us the things. Also, my questions are written down in case anyone was worried that I was unprepared for this podcast. I am
Oh.
definitely unprepared. However, I do have questions written down
Oh.
that I came up with about 10 minutes ago.
All right, before we get going here, I want to mention two things. One, Mrs. Dillo, she stayed local with her travel planning, and so she used Vasilia over at ET Family Travel, and we want to shout her out here. That's her.
Love the name.
So make sure you check out Vasilia on the Instas, give her a follow, do the whole thing. Was awesome. Gave us a little pre-package. Mrs. Dillo got some awesome, well, because the 8-year-old doesn't have pierced ears yet. So
8?
Yeah.
Your children are getting old. So am I, apparently.
We're all
Anyway,
old.
continue.
So some Harry Potter earrings Mrs. Dillo wore on the trip. So shout out. I'll do another shout out there at the end for Vasilia, but at Vasilia.etfamilytravel on the Instas. Do it. All right. We can jump right in. Do you have like an opening? Do you have like a mission statement for this? Do you have like a concept, like a overall arching theme?
The overarching theme is, how many times can Frank disappoint me in the course of this episode?
I'm ready.
No, this is kind of subjective, obviously, but it's also very much, I know you're going to do a whole trip report. So like, I don't want to ruin it. So I'm going to kind of do broad spectrum questions.
All right.
But I'm going to start with the most important. Did you write ET? Did the 8-year-old write ET? Did we all family unit write ET? And then, depending on this answer, this episode might be cut short.
Well, I was worried.
We started off well. That's not a good sign.
I was worried about you, Stephers, and how you would react if the three of us, as a family on this family trip, Universal Studios specific, did not ride ET, and
you're delaying the inevitable. Go ahead.
And the 8-year-old will have a response as well that I recorded, but that goes along with this because she has not seen the movie.
That's fair. You don't need to, honey. You don't need to. You just need to know who E.T. is. And Steven Spielberg.
So Thursday, no E.T. Friday, no E.T. Saturday morning, no E.T. We had a dinner at 5:00 on Saturday because the park was open a little later. Because it was Orlando.
I didn't ask you about food. I did not ask about the food, sir.
So
why didn't you do Hawaii?
No, what's that? No.
Why didn't you do the meetup?
No. I will talk to you about that another time because I felt like I don't quite understand it all. But
offline.
But it got to about we got back in the park around 6:30 p.m. on Saturday night, and we were like, well, we haven't even walked over towards the DreamWorks area, which was
you didn't even walk there. I'm like wounded right now.
Well, because that side, Stephers, like
no, keep going.
It's not a thing.
You're burying yourself. Just please.
Born, is not going to be for the 8-year-old, but we knew, and we knew someone who was performing over in that area. We it was on the list. So we walked over, and when we walked over, we did like a loop around, and I'll explain why she didn't go on the Trolls roller coaster, but we did go on ET at that point. So yes, we did ride ET. Stephers, are you happy?
But did you get like a family photo in front of the new sign? Did you do the little cute passport thing in the gift shop? Did ET say your name? Like, these are the questions that really burn me up inside. If he didn't say your name, like, honestly, that's kind of par for the course.
So right, because I try to figure out what are we going to sell the 8-year-old on. So no, we didn't get a picture in front of the sign, no, but I forgot that there was the new sign.
That's disappointing, but that's okay.
Okay,
It's just a
so
sign.
what was the
I won't
second
cry.
question?
Did you do the little passport? There's a cute little, you could take your picture, like the photo pass that they used to have for annual pass. No, okay, that's fine. Did you
Okay.
do anything in there?
So we put in our names, and I was like, get ready, because there's like a little special thing.
Oh no, they scanned it wrong, didn't they?
So ET at the end of this, right now, the 8-year-old's all in on ET. Thinks ET is cute. Thinks all of ET's friends are cute on the home
The
planet.
little ETs too?
Yeah, like all
Magdoll.
like it.
Was she sold on Magdoll?
No.
Okay. That was the right answer. I just wanted to make
I
sure.
don't think so. Ignored that one. All the little ETs, all the little ETs on the planet were cute. Gets to the end, and we're in the back row. So you hear ET start to rattle off the name Lewis, and I'm saying Lewis even though he's in the chat, but someone on the ride was named Lewis, I think, because that's the only name I heard. Because they're like Lewis, I'm like, well, all right.
So no.
So much
no.
for that. So we did not hear the names.
Okay. Honestly, this could have gone a lot worse. So far, so good. Sort of.
I did not make my child cry. I'm seeing the questions here. Did not make the child cry.
Someone asked that? Oh, have nightmare? No. If she could get through Magdoll and didn't even bat an eye, there's no nightmares being had.
I will say, because I don't want to get in the way of Stephers' questions. Fear was overcome quickly on this trip. So, what is that character's name? Magdoll? What are you saying?
Magdoll. The pink one.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a.
You know which one I'm talking about. I don't know. Anyway, okay, that is it for my ET questionnaire. That is the most important question that you will be receiving this evening.
Okay.
Following up, you already. Okay, I'm going to viewer questions that I asked earlier. Just because I have more, but it's gonna be blah, blah.
Sure.
Did you do the Born Spectacular show? That's a no because of the 8-year-old, or was that a yes?
Yeah, it was a no because of the 8-year-old. Yeah, and I mean, guns
because of the violence. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
have you done it though? No, because
I have done it. Yeah, I did it
last trip.
January in 2022, not Justin's 40th, the one before that where you got me the hookup. That one.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that attraction. And
yeah,
as a big T2 fan, T2 3D, love that.
I think that was a great replacement.
Yeah,
to be honest,
it was acceptable.
To no one's surprise, Adam's question is: does he consider Volcano Bay Universal's third park, or is it separate? I defer.
Listen. Historically, right, when we talk about Walt Disney World and we say the Animal Kingdom is the 6th park after Typhoon and Lagoon and Blizzard Beach, do we really think there's 6 parks in Walt Disney World? No. There's 4 parks, and then there's water parks. So no, I would not. I don't understand Volcano Bay being the 3rd park. No. When Epic opens, that's the 3rd park. That's it.
Interesting.
Do you think it's a 3rd? But do you think a water park is a park? You're not saying there's 6 parks at Walt Disney World, are you, Stephers?
Yeah, I absolutely am.
Nah.
I absolutely am. You have to buy a separate ticket to go into said park.
There's 4 theme parks and 2 water parks.
6 parks. Anyway, this next one might come off as a little aggressive. However, I am just going to read. Why do you hate... I can't even. Why do you hate Justin Monorail so much that you didn't try to see him for a single second when he came down to Universal, especially knowing Justin Monorail won't be in town during the Dillos meetup in September? Period. Rude.
Well, first we didn't book the Dillos meetup, but we didn't consult. So had we known that Justin Monorail was going to be out of town, they probably would have, done some consideration there. Second, as mentioned, there's
8-year-old.
the
Blame the
8-year-old.
8-year-old. That's
Like, there's
fine.
a very focused on the child Harry Potter thing happening on this trip. So, like, this trip is comparable to a August 2021 trip, which was like a lot. I don't know if we did a week. How long did we do in Walt Disney World? Probably 5 days. But that was like, we knew that was like, this is going to be core memory Walt Disney World trip. And we saw a couple of people throughout that week, but it was kind of holding on to that. And this time, especially, we wanted to make sure that it was like, the 8-year-old doesn't need to say, oh, you were too busy podcasting, friends, the whole time. Like, I don't need to hear that in my life.
I mean, that's valid. If I was the 8-year-old, I would tell that to you too.
Appreciate it, Stephers. I appreciate you backing me up on that.
Okay, so you answered my first question. Okay, you did both parks or just studios?
No, both. Yeah.
Okay, so out of the two, which one would you say ranks higher on your list?
Me
And
personally,
then, yeah, obviously. And then the follow-up to that is why. Like, what is your reasoning? I know. Hard-hitting questions here.
Okay, so we had the thing with the 4. You get like 2 parks for 2 days, but really you get 4 days. So that's what we're doing.
Buy 2, get 2.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Thank you, Stephers. This is why
You're very welcome. I'm so glad I can help you during this troubling time.
you're here. And here's my thing: is that right? So I have a different level of nostalgia for Islands of Adventure, because that's really, I did Halloween Horror Nights in 1998, like for a cup of coffee as Mr. Bean. And then in 99, I got hired as a tour guide with the expectation of Islands of Adventure opening. So there's this nostalgic hype for Islands of Adventure that I still hold on to. So
there's no wrong answer. I just want to let you know, like, any park you choose is correct.
I'm going to say Islands of Adventure.
Still, it maintains it.
Yeah, yes, it still maintains. I still don't find there's still enough holes. People complain about Hollywood studios, hashtag always MGM, about just like the flow and what is it even happening. I find the same thing in the original park. It can be jarring and outdated in places. So,
which is funny because there's so many things that they've removed from Islands that, like, I mean, it can go both ways. I'm intrigued that it still maintains to be your top park considering the changes and like the lack of things.
Yeah, I would see. I was considering the original park only because we spent so much time in Diagon Alley that I feel like that alone almost defeats Islands of Adventure. But when I'm looking at them as a whole, I feel that Islands of Adventure, I still have enough nostalgia for Marvel, and and Seuss Landing is always fun to walk through. Hagrid's brought it up. I hadn't been on Hagrid's until this trip.
And motorbike or sidecar, and then what did you think overall?
I was on motorbike all 3 times.
3 times. Okay, so clearly it's a great ride because you rode it 3 times. Was the 8-year-old tall enough for that ride?
Oh yeah.
Did the 8-year-old ride in the sidecar?
He did once on the bike and twice in the sidecar.
Wow.
So
I love that for her. Right now.
So yeah, we did 2 rope drops on Hagrid's, and then we did 1 80-minute wait at the end of the day to do a night ride.
Oh. And the night rides are kind of worth it. To be honest.
Night ride is 1000% worth an 80-minute wait at the end of a long, hot day. It was awesome at night. It was really, really great.
Okay, so then follow up, since if we're gonna talk about Harry Potter, I gotta read. Okay, wait, no, one question before I go to Harry Potter. Did you ride Velocicoaster?
I did not.
You're too old.
2
You're
years
broken.
ago. Mrs. Dillo did single rider.
Okay, and
she
fan?
loved it. She loved
Okay,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Moving on to, I guess I'll go to Harry Potter stuff. Yeah, because the last question is gonna be like, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Diagon Alley or Hogsmeade for you and the 8-year-old? Where are we?
I think we would say both of us are Diagon Alley.
Correct answer. That is the correct answer.
Hugs me, we are known, here at Dillos Diz for hating on the animal kingdom for its lack of shade. Hogsmeade is, whew, what you can't hide in Hogsmeade from the sun. It's everywhere. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
I mean, I'm, sure. Okay. Yeah, shade. You're throwing shade by saying there is no shade. And you know
Yeah,
what?
I mean, I think Hagrid's makes it a tough challenge, but Forbidden Journey messes up my head way too much. We went
Have
on.
you been on the newer, like the updated where they like fixed the screens or something or the mechanics
I
or
mean,
I
I
don't
went
remember
on.
what they changed.
I went on this time.
This time?
The 8-year-old and Mrs. Dillo went twice. I went once. And it probably was better than because it messed me up that first time 10 years ago, whatever it was.
Okay, so like maybe this is a very big underlined and bolded. Maybe Stephers should ride it the next time she goes. I
Yeah,
haven't ridden it since it opened.
I did. I went in with the mission space mentality of like, do not move your head, just look straight ahead. Don't.
Oh, I'm doing 2 patches behind my ears and one on my tummy.
Oh, I didn't.
And
Yeah, I
then
don't.
having a ginger ale.
Yeah, I didn't do. I didn't do patches or any of that. I think the 8-year-old had wristbands on. The.
Yeah. That's fine. No one is older than Frank. Numbers don't matter. Enough said. Ollivander's show. Ollivander's.
Did
we get
that was
chosen
like
or no?
for that we did the wand keeper got chosen. Did the thing, bought the wand.
Is there a whole you recorded it, I hope, for
There is a recording, yes.
Okay.
It has to be. Snidillo Studios needs to play a little bit with the lighting because it's a dark video.
But ice cream? Did we go to Florian Fortescue's?
Yeah.
Oh no, not the face.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you said it that way, Stephers, because the 8-year-old and I have been arguing for a week about the proper pronunciation. So she wants to say Florin. I don't even know how she's saying it. I have it on a recording how she says it. But yes, Mrs. Dillo had the butterbeer soft. Is it soft serve on butterbeer or just regular? She had the butterbeer ice cream. I had the banana. And she and the 8-year-old just loves anything that's mint chocolate chip or mint flavored ice cream.
Cute.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not the flavors I thought we were going for here, but okay, to each their own.
I had the chocolate chili last time. I thought about the Earl Grey and lavender. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't do that.
Mhm.
I'm not like a tea. I'm not like a lavender. Like it scares me. Like I'm just like, I hear great things. Not for Stephers. Stephers does like clotted cream and the other one that's not clotted cream, and I get it confused every time, and I can only remember clotted cream. But no, Florian Fortescue's is 10 out of 10. So highly recommend. Do we do Gringotts? And did it break?
Stephers. I'm going to tell you. I want you to guess the number of times that we
tried to go and it was down. Oh, you did it? You actually committed to the bit
to escape from Gringotts?
Yeah.
We rode this attraction 8 times, Stephers.
I was going to say 4. I was going to say 4 times.
8
That's very
times.
impressive. The wait wasn't that long?
25 minutes usually.
Yeah. Say less. It's like walking to the front of the line.
It was nice.
That is a hike. That is like not Mission Space, Space Mountain. Very wow.
It was 100%. Well, now because of the night ride, the 8-year-old is struggling with what is her favorite ride of the trip.
That makes me so happy because Gringotts is like my top 5, and people like it goes down a lot. Yeah, sure. It's not all size inclusive. Yes, that is a huge problem. However, the ride itself, I love that ride. It's under Mummy, but like still top tier.
I will just say before we talk more about Gringotts, the Mummy in 4 days we rode 5 times because it was also one of her favorites.
As it should be. Ugh. Honestly, okay, so haven't met the 8-year-old. Fun fact, I've met all of Jen's family. Frank hates me, so have not met. Anyway.
As proven by when I text with Stephers, I keep Jen on the text, so she knows.
The proof is in the pudding, bud.
So with Gringotts, it was the first attraction she got to go on. So there's that, I think. But also it is she believes she is fully immersed in that story. Like, she thinks she's in the adventure with everyone.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
This is not a spoiler. Maybe like cut this part out for like if she listens to this. There was a time that it broke down. Like, I've had it where it stops and like you just have to wait for a second. One time it stopped right before in that lava area, fire, whatever.
Yeah.
Lights went on, screens went off, and you saw
man.
where the screens were, and I was like, no, the illusion is broken. It was so like, talk about jarring. That was jarring to like see because it's so well done, like mental games, whatever. 10 out of 10 though, right?
Yeah, 8 out of 8 rides out of 8 without a break-in. So
I mean, clearly they got their stuff together for the summer. Go them. Hold on, I'm walking through the.
but the mummy was 5 times. That was also.
Oh, there was another important question I have actually.
Okay.
You alluded to it in a tweet. Yeah, I guess you did the villain con. I don't really respectfully. I don't care about that. Men in Black.
We did Men in Black. I think if we had done that one earlier, maybe the 8-year-old would have liked it more. But I think hadn't not experienced the movie or anything like that, and I don't think it was high up on her list. But yes, we did Men in Black.
I'm proud of you.
But that's like where the world ends now because we're not going to the Simpsons side, So it was
okay. Wait, I need more. Cause why?
Well, a couple. One, we're not. I mean, as much as the Simpsons is like my childhood, that it's not like I'm not a big Simpsons fan. I appreciate the world of the Simpsons, but I'm not a big fan. The 8-year-old, not really into it. And as a Back to the Future lover, and as much as I love the Back to the Future ride, that ride used to, especially when I did tours and I take people on Back to the Future tours, the amount of times I hit the back of my head riding that ride, multiple concussions over the years. I'm convinced. So I haven't been on the Simpsons ride because I don't want to experience that.
Nothing. Back to the Future is a classic. Sorry, Back to the Future is a classic. I don't blame you for Simpsons, and I think they're actually going to get rid of the whole thing because
I think they got to
of the contract.
Who's throwing comments your way that laughing at you?
I don't know. My friend's like, never mind. My friend was just yelling at me. Anyway, Simpsons. I think the contract is gonna go to Disney, and I think Disney will have to deal with it respectfully.
I mean,
you know what?
Yes.
Hollywood Studios. You could put a little something in there.
Where would you put it?
Don't ask me questions. I don't. This isn't a lot. Okay, listen. If you're gonna put in, don't even get me started on this rant about things that are going in the animal kingdom that shouldn't go in the animal kingdom. Don't even get me started for rank. Anyway, hello everyone.
That's like a big thing about both parks is that as much, and I think this has been the struggle with Universal in general over the years, is that they come out with something really cool, but then something goes really outdated, and that's the the pop culture push and pull.
And I will say the execution of the land is very I think. Listen, Back to the Future is my jam. Always will be my jam. It's a classic that'll stand the test of time. I don't care what anybody says.
Right.
I do think they at the time that they built the land, Krusty Land is very well done in my opinion. The ride I don't ride anymore because it is the same thing as Forbidden Journey where the screens, it was like a quality screen thing and I would get nauseous because if it's not, I'm already blind, not literally, but blurry vision.
Yeah.
So if it's a little, in Soarin' when it's off center, that makes me nauseous more.
I want to shout out that Daddy-O's here. We don't get to see Daddy-O too often. So
hi, Daddy-O.
Daddy-O.
I feel like I'm calling you Daddy-O, but you know what I'm saying, but
Heist is here too. I would love to know if Heist is still listening at this moment. What is his favorite Universal musical score to play on his piano? Because often
there is a correct answer though. Actually, there is a correct answer. But it's okay. You don't have to tell me.
Do you have? I mean, should we debate this for a second? What is the what
No,
for
no,
you,
no.
Stephers?
No,
Do you
no,
want to
no.
wait for it? See if Heist responds first.
Yeah. No.
We're not ready to discuss the great
No,
theme.
I'm not gonna debate this. I'm not gonna debate this.
Okay. So are we done with talking
Mm.
about The Simpsons before I do a hard
Yes,
pivot
we
here?
are.
Stephers,
Hard pivot.
I know you were born in the 90s. Oh my God, it's 3:30 in the morning over in the Netherlands. But Stephers, is there a concerted effort by Universal Orlando to embrace the 90s? Because the music on the water taxis, the music, you got the movie music, obviously. They play classic movie music. But
Mhm.
I feel like it was, again, that weird nostalgia thing for me is that walking through the parks and still hearing the songs I heard when I worked 25 years ago was very bizarre. And I'm like, really? We're doing the Smash Mouth All-Star thing on the water taxi? Okay. All right. And it's just like songs like that kept popping up. And I was like, you hear Blues Traveler run around. And I'm like, here we go. This is when I lived here. This is this is it. It was bizarre for me. But do they embrace the 90s? I guess is my question. What do you know of this, Stephers? I'm not supposed to ask you questions.
Yes, your favorite Universal score. Sorry, I'm answering in the comments because you're
Yes.
being very animated in your musical. I think it's a rights thing, and just they want you to relive your olden days, golden, not olden, golden days of when you lived there. That's what they're doing.
It was just for me.
It's just
They knew
for
I was
you.
there. I mean,
Correct. Exactly. That is correct. Exactly.
fair.
I actually literally have no idea. I do think it's just kind of, I think it theme wise, like it works. Like you got Margaritaville and you got, like it's not like kind of do like an easy, I think it's like the vibe versus the time, and it just happens to.
Heist, it doesn't have to be from the parks, that's right. But what would we rattle off to include in a possible musical, movie from Universal Studios? We would talk about Back to the Future music, obviously. We would talk about ET music, right?
Jaws.
Harry Potter. That's a good one. Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park classic.
That's
not one. I'm going through my brain.
I mean,
those are the main ones.
Would be the top. That would be the main 5. Which of those 5 heists we'll give you?
Oh, listen, Daddy-O. Freudian slip. It's fine. It's fine.
Olden Day. Golden Day.
Listen. Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, Danny Elfman.
We're going to count it.
Did you talk about, or was it announced on Monday, the Danny Elfman musical score that's coming to Epic? Was that before you? I don't know if that was on around the Universal
before
Stephers on Monday or not.
It was before or after. It was
after.
after
We
we
had a lot
already
of news
were
there. Universal news to talk about on the Monday Morning Monorail podcast.
Nah, there's. Let me tell you, Beetlejuice. Anyway, September 6th, coming to a theater near you. Not sponsored, but. Sorry. Rewind.
Jurassic
Park is banger.
I mean, you play that main Jurassic Park theme quietly or slowly, you're gonna cry. It's just
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. We're talking about your trip, and you're getting away from the hard-hitting questions of which I'm supposed to ask you. So
next hard-hitting question, Stephers.
There's a whole food conversation I want to have. However, I'm going to ask the easier question. What was the merch? What did you buy? What did the 8-year-old request?
Okay. And just to close the loop, Heist says E.T. is the first thing he thought of. Second was Jurassic Park.
Both of those are the correct answers. So,
I'll say this, right? So mostly it was Harry Potter related merch. So the 8-year-old got the wand. Got the pygmy poof.
Pygmy puff?
Yeah, pygmy puff.
Was it pink?
Yes.
Oh, twins! I don't know where mine is, but my brother and my dad got me one 13 years ago, 12 years ago, however many old years ago.
And then each of us got our house shirts.
And
so Hufflepuff for the kid.
Oh, Oh, twins again.
And then
I knew I liked her. I knew I liked
a Gryffindor for Mrs. Dillo.
Shocker. That's
And
not
then
surprising at all.
I had the hat
That's-
first, and then it was determined that I also needed the shirt. So
well, it doesn't surprise me.
but
Oh, yeah,
Stephers,
which
I
one?
wanted to get that. They were promoting it, the red Islands of Adventure T-shirt for the 25th anniversary.
I know. Did you look online?
No, I saw it, but it
what's the
was
problem?
just it didn't have like 25 on it. You got to give me the number on the merch.
Did it
you
not
gotta-
have 25 on it?
Well, what I saw didn't. So maybe I didn't.
I know
actually see it.
people. I know people. Let me.
I need.
Oh, you know what? It might have been. I saw one and I thought there was a 25. It might not have been the one for the general public. So I'll see. It might have been like the pass holder shirt or something. I saw that was 25. Anyway, which wand did the 8-year-old
that
get?
would be it's the phoenix feather and the oak and the.
Okay, the fact that you remembered the type of, but not, was it someone's or was it like a special?
No, I mean it was the whatever got chosen.
A person pulled? Oh, okay. Listen, I don't know. Isn't it on the sleeve? Sleeve 25.
I didn't see it on the sleeve.
Listen here.
I mean, I was also exhausted at the end of the day, so maybe I just.
Okay, so really, his eyes were failing him at that point. Got it.
I mean, I thought I looked at it pretty.
No, you didn't. Listen, we'll fact check him. Don't you worry. All right, let's get into food.
Yes.
You were there 4 days. Oh,
Yeah.
I missed the most important question, but let's talk about food, and I'll save that one for the
All
last.
right, you better say it.
little
You better
bit.
write it down so you remember.
Oh no, I know what it is, and I cannot believe I forgot it up until this point. Food, 4 days worth of
Yes.
food.
Yep.
I'm assuming you ate all in the parks or city walk / resorts,
Correct.
and you didn't.
We didn't
veer
even
off.
rent a car. We were self-contained in the parks.
You really got the full Universal experience.
100%. We went for it.
Did you go to Orlando's best chicken restaurant, Cletus? Sorry, I can't even say that with a straight face.
No.
I don't blame you, but what did you end up consuming?
I'll do the 4 main city walk restaurants first. I did Vivo the first night. We did Vivo the first night.
Okay.
We did. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce the name of the Mexican
Antojitos?
restaurant. Yes. How'd you know?
Okay.
You knew it?
Because that's the only one that I knew you would go to. Continue.
Can you say the name of that restaurant again for me, please?
Antojitos?
Yeah, you got it.
J's are H's.
I know that.
Mhm.
Auntie. I want to say Auntie.
No. All right. Mhm.
And then cowfish on Saturday night.
Mhm.
And then on Sunday brunch before we left, we went to Toothsome.
Interesting.
So those are like
Okay.
the main
Hold on.
ones.
I have follow-up questions.
Yes.
Did anyone get the squid ink pasta from Vivo?
No.
First question.
No.
Okay, was the food fine?
The food was fine. There is
Don't be afraid to say something negative, because I have found that the past few times me and Jackson have gone,
Yeah.
it wasn't the same as it's usually. So
here's the thing. There's a couple of variables. One is that Jen and I grew up basically with like the two best Italian restaurants ever in our neighborhoods. So
okay.
it's a very high.
Why would you go to Vivo? Anyway.
Because we knew the 8-year-old would eat pasta. So
That's fair.
That's fair. So
Yes, it does, Jeff.
here's the thing is that it was good, but there is something specific, and I'm not going to say it's Florida. I'm going to say it's
Florida. Boom.
It could be most of the country cook sauce, their sauce and the breadcrumbs on chicken parm and things like it. It's a certain kind of style that I can't wrap my brain around. It's enjoyable. I clean my plate. I didn't take a picture before of the meal, but I took a picture of the plate completely wiped clean. So I enjoyed it. But there's something about Italian food that, again, I had that nostalgia of like, oh, this was what it was like to eat at Italian restaurants when I lived in Orlando in the 90s. And I love it. I loved it for that reason alone, for the nostalgia.
Did you the burgers or the sushi or the
At Cowfish?
Mhm.
I did the burgushi of the
Thank you. I was like, what is the combined name? But like Stephers was gonna butcher that, so good thing.
But it
we
was like a
did.
buffalo chicken burger roll thing.
Okay, and what did you?
Yeah.
I haven't had that, so like,
That,
what was the
it was good. I thought it might have been spicier, and it wasn't. So that was that would
okay.
be my one criticism, but enjoyable. The appetizer, we had the appetizer shrimp.
Calamari.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
crab dip.
Yeah.
Crab.
No. It was a shrimp. There was a nice spicy sauce on it. Can't remember the name of it right now, but that was good.
I don't know.
I actually preferred the appetizer to the entree.
Interesting. Okay. Cowfit. What was the third? Antahita. Okay, listen. You can tell me about antahitas on your trip report because respectfully,
Again,
toothsome.
we knew the 8-year-old was going to eat like rice and beans or tortillas, or it was again leaning towards.
Did you get the guac at least? Tableside guac that you would have gotten a
No,
show.
we didn't do the tableside guac. You know why? Because we were at the pool earlier that day and we had like a huge chicken nachos with the guac. So we were kind of like,
I'm so proud of you for getting the chicken nachos at the pool. Anyway, we'll get into that. We're going to start. That's the last question that I forgot to ask.
So yeah, we didn't do apps we just had burritos and whatever we had, and it was fine. And then toothsome. Toothsome, I had the French toast with the egg and the burger. It was like this mega French toast meal.
Did you eat it all?
No, it was
okay, good.
Large, but it was good.
How was your service?
It was good.
Okay. No, that's in my brain.
Yes.
Toothsome is hit or miss. You either get really good service or you get like questionable service, or like the food is like okay, but like it could have, it's up and down. So I was just making sure you got a good experience.
It was good. I did leave my credit card there, and then
I heard.
went to the airport after. So
you had a great time. Such a good time that you forgot your card.
It was a good last meal. Oh, the patty melt French toast. Thank you, Pastor John. Appreciate it.
Okay. Any theme park food highlights that you'd like to kind of just? You can also say no.
I thought.
I'm assuming you didn't have an ocean attack.
Yeah, we did. No, we did 3 broomsticks and leaky cauldron. Did like tradition. Not that we didn't do the English breakfast at 3 broomsticks, but the breakfast food was fine. A little oily, but it was fine. And then at leaky cauldron, I had the Scotch egg, and that was good. I enjoyed it with the beer, with the dragon scale. Trying to think of anything else.
If you can't think of it off the top of your head,
no, then no,
wasn't it? And that is.
Oh, you know what? Listen.
You didn't do the Minions Cafe. I'm very surprised.
No,
actually.
no Minions. Too many Minions. I can't believe I did as much Minions as I did. I mean, I have an 8-year-old. It's not surprising, but but I did. But the first. So there was a whole thing that happened with us traveling to Orlando, which I don't need to get into right now. But so we were exhausted, but we were pushing through to our 7:30 reservation at Vivo. So it got to like 5:00, and we were all like, "All right, we're kind of done," and we couldn't figure out like we needed something of substance. So we were over by.
You made a mistake.
Not the Richter Burgers. What's the one after that? If you're going towards Diagon Alley,
There's another burger place by Richter.
No, it's not a burger place. It's it's Lombard's Landing.
Okay, that literally was not all right. Yeah. Continue. Yeah, I was thinking burgers.
I remember I'm walking through it in my brain. I'm like, there's
Lombard's.
What's after that? So I'm at Lombard's. So Mrs. Dillo grabbed something, and I'm like, I just need something. So inexplicably, and many people know this from my lovely lobster bisque story with the penny that I threw up at the old NBA City on City Walk many years ago. Speaking of toothsome, the previous NBA City, I decided to get the clam chowder. From Lombard's, which back in the day people talked about as being. I was like, Miss Still is like, what are you doing? Why? What are you doing to yourself right now? You're up at 4 a.m. You're exhausted, and you're gonna put hot clam chowder on this 98-degree day in your body when we're dehydrated. I'm like, I know. I don't know why. It's the only answer right now that I have. And luckily it worked out, but it wasn't a wise choice. Clam chowder in June. Exactly, Lewis.
It's the ... after what Lewis said that really speaks volumes.
It was a risk.
Okay, my last question,
Okay.
which maybe we'll see. When you were booking this trip,
Hmm.
you had asked me for my opinion on a lot of things.
Yes.
But the place in which you were going to stay, you asked
Mhm.
for my opinion, and I
Mhm.
gave you my opinion. Would you like to tell the people that are listening what you decided on and your thoughts? And I know, put it in the trip report. I don't care. I want to know because I want to know if you enjoyed my recommendation, and then if the answer is no, then I'm gonna cry. I just want to let you know if you say no, I'm gonna cry.
Well, I think the good news is, right, Stephers, is I don't even remember what the option was besides the one you chose. Well, was it Cabana Bay or was it Royal Pacific? It was Cabana Bay.
Well,
Right.
you asked me about all three.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, it came down to Sapphire Falls, Cabana Bay, and Royal Pacific. And I don't even, remember how it all broke out, but you recommended Sapphire Falls, and we were talking it through. We ended up going with Sapphire Falls, and I'm here to say, Stephers, that we enjoyed our time at Sapphire Falls.
Crushed it. Wrong, place, but crushed it. Okay. Highlights.
We had a lagoon view, which Vasilia recommended we do. So I'm going to put her up her IG again right here. And she's like, make sure you have the lagoon view. And we did. So that was lovely. And the pool was great. Like I said, we did a couple of beverages and the chicken nachos and a nice fruit plate at the pool on one of the afternoons. And the coffee was good every morning. And that's basically, it was sleek in that lobby, and maybe I need a little more theming in my life.
Did you smell the lobby?
It smells good. Good smell. Good, strong
I
smell.
think the sleek, I know what you're saying. You
Yeah.
are also very used to heavily themed.
Yes.
And also Portofino Bay, very heavily themed. So
Heavily
like
themed,
I get it. I think part of the charm of Sapphire is like it's like a vibe, like a chill vibe. Like I think sleek. I think that's just part of the vibe,
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like a precedent. It
Yeah, it wasn't so much. I'm like, ugh. It's not like I'm walking through Communicore Hall over here this week,
I ain't talking about that. Don't. That's a different podcast.
Like I said, I'm very happy we're all using the phrase Communicore again, even if it's not.
You know what phrase I wish we would use again? Interventions. But that's a pipe dream. It's okay.
I mean, I didn't get to have a drink at the Strong Water Tavern. And
you should make it even if you don't stay
I
there
would go back there
again, like I would go and just have a drink, kind of,
I would stay there again, 100%. Again, I think the ease of getting to the parks from there is great. And there's a little part of me that still wants to try Cabana Bay.
No, do it. I think what you should do, if you want to get your full value out of staying at Cabana Bay, you have to do a Volcano Bay day as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Oh, interesting. It's a good way to phrase that. But what we did talk about is whether or not we would upgrade, like whether we would try to do a Hard Rock situation.
I will say it depends on time of year. Depends. There are many factors, and I would never just tell you to upgrade just to upgrade. So.
Because the thing is with the Express Pass thing, I like, the 4 days there we did a lot, obviously, and the things that we didn't do, right? The things that we didn't do, which was Fast and Furious, right?
You're not missing anything. I was like,
we didn't do anything in the DreamWorks technically because she just wanted to keep going on the Mummy. We didn't do Bourne or Horror Makeup or Transformers. We weren't like in that area, right? So, and then on the other side, Stephers, Saturday morning, River Adventure, Ripsaw Falls, Bluto, Bluto back to back to rib softball.
I'm so proud. Like
Come on.
Nothing makes me happier than people going on water rides. And okay, listen, hot take. I could do actually no, after our wedding, me and Jackson literally did one day where
Mhm.
we did first 4 or 5 hours of the day back-to-back water rides. Then we went back to our hotel, went to the pool, and you just make it a whole day of it.
Yeah.
Like, don't sleep on these water rides, y'all.
We did
Honestly.
a change of clothes at the park. So
See, look at you, even smarter. Like, I don't like to carry things, so like me, but like, I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
yeah, I mean, there was a lot of $3 locker charges that day because of the amount of
Why didn't you just do an all day?
Because I thought maybe I don't know.
That's that planner in you. Honestly, it's the planner in you that was like, see, we'll play it by ear. It's fine. I'll book the trip like 2 days ahead. It's fine. We'll be fine.
We did this one like, what was it?
Oh,
6 weeks?
You did it very far in advance.
But in the overall, yeah. But the thing is, with the Express Pass, I felt like we didn't really need it. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm very shocked that you got as much. I think if you went a little bit later, you would have been SOL. I think if you went in like July, August, you also would be SOL.
Yeah.
But I think you timed it pretty well.
Yeah. I was very lucky. New York City schools, for some odd reason, had last Thursday and Friday off, which we eyeballed it from way, way back when. It was like, oh, there's a 4-day weekend here. It's before the schools get out for the year in the Northeast. Maybe we'll. So, yeah, that totally worked out. But that's it. That's your questions. Is there anything else because, the one thing that didn't go over as well as I hoped, because it is a favorite of mine, is the Spider-Man sound crapped out at the end. So I felt like the 8-year-old,
that's sad.
Far down on the 8-year-old's list because she didn't get the complete experience.
That's literally my favorite ride at Islands. Well, not favorite, but like OG, like all time kind of favorite.
I mean,
Hagrid's does take the cake for that. So,
and I when I was there, that thing I thought about for a future podcast was to go through like the years of like what became our favorite ride when over the years, and like when did that and I was like, oh, is it? But in '99, at some point, I was like, was it Spider-Man? Was it Hulk? Was it Spider-Man? Was it Hulk? What became my favorite ride that year? Because I go back and forth on both of them a lot.
I mean, Hulk, you didn't do Hulk, right?
I didn't this time. Mrs. Dillo did single ride.
Interesting.
Yeah. I didn't want to. If one of us, I know I'll probably do it again before she does. So I was kind of like, you do it. Let's take the time to do. And I don't want to waste time, you guys waiting for me as a single rider.
It's very fair. And I would say, did you do Poseidon's Fury? But
and Mike, the 8-year-old is heavy into Greek mythology, so that is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that is not there anymore, or it's there but just sitting there idly. I mean, they didn't gut that building yet, did they, Stephers? What's your intel?
My intel has not shared anything at this time. Nope. 8 years old. Never mind. Cancel that question.
Okay.
Let me think further in the deep depths of my mind. I think you covered most of what I wanted to know. I know I'm missing something though in my brain.
I see the Mystic Fountain is mentioned here, and the Mystic Fountain was not speaking while anytime that we passed through. So the night bus, we find the one thing that creeped out the 8-year-old more than even the
heads in the night bus.
Yeah.
Yep. They're special. They're special. Transformers. I'm trying to think what else is over there. You didn't do that. You didn't do that.
No horror makeup show.
How did you not even walk? You didn't even walk through that part of the park?
We did, but we walked up when we came back after the cowfish meal. We went that way, and that's how we ended up in DreamWorks and on ET. It's because we were like, we have to actually walk this way because you need to see the other part of the park. So,
didn't even go down the poop chute. Unbelievable.
Didn't go down the poop chute. Didn't do the
Missed
Trolls,
opportunity, but that's okay.
the Trolls coaster. Wait times were longer than Gringotts
Listen,
for crying out
Woody
loud.
Woodpecker, same thing. It's
Same
fine.
And she knows it. She knows a non-thriller. You know, she went on Flight of the Hippogriff, and she was like, "Come on, it's too short." When she was 5, Stephers, we went on Thunder Mountain, and then she did Goofy Barnstormer, and she was
Oh
like,
no, you gotta set the precedent. You gotta set the bar where the bar's supposed to be.
"Yeah, it
You
was
can't
unfortunate." And
Oh.
she still is angry about Goofy's Barnstormer to this day.
Okay, so the answer is yes, she will return
Yeah.
when she's 13, 12.
Well, yeah, I think the two big things, right? Epic opening is obviously one of them, and getting out of that
Stephers
window.
Epic 30th.
But it is this 3 to 6 inch of height window she needs to, because she's
She ain't gonna get that next year.
48 3/4 inches. So
How many times do kids grow? I don't know how this works. When is the next growth spurt? Unknown?
I mean, yeah, I would say 12 is really. Are we gonna get to because she's got to get to what 51 for Velocicoaster. She's got to get to 54 for Hulk.
It's so funny. I don't know these heights, and I also don't know like the trajectory of like kids growing. So I'm
Yeah.
just like,
I mean, she's 4 feet tall right now, 4 feet tall, and
It's only a foot. It's
Yeah.
only a foot shorter than me. I don't know how to feel.
But she's got to grow a half a foot to go on Hulk. So, but she wants both Hulk and Velocicoaster. She would go on them now if she was able to.
So returning to Universal. I'm
Yeah,
winning them over.
I think the interesting thing will be how it balances out in the future. How do we
Listen, she can come with Aunt Stephers and it'll be fine.
All right, I'll get noted.
Everyone's sending their kids to me. I just want to let you know that I'm trickling them in, and then I'm going to send them back.
Stephers, I wanted to make you proud on this trip. That was really the goal.
Listen, you did my favorite hotel. You did my favorite ride. No, I'll leave it at those two. I was going to give you a third. And you rode water rides. I'll give you a third one. And you did the water rides.
Yeah.
Solid.
Well, the water ride, that was a birthday challenge years ago. And the day I went, I only was able to do Dudley Do Right. So finally I got the trifecta. Because I had not been on Bluto's in 25 years. So I went, the last time I was on Bluto's was when I was a tour guide. And my tour guide pants were so wet and stuck to my body. I was like, never again am I going.
And then you went on Popeyes and you said, just kidding.
It's different with the fam. Yeah, it's a different thing.
I know. I understand.
So, well, Stephers, I appreciate you coming in as a pinch hitter here for Jen to ask me the hard-hitting questions. And I want to give you the opportunity to promote the monorail and the Sippin' and the Bitchin'.
You said it twice now in the show. Why are you like this? You can't say it.
I like saying
Jen's
it like the Sippin' and the Bitchin'. That's why.
Stop! You said it 3 times. Guys, I'm so stressed.
But are you promoting? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm promoting. Yeah, Sippin' and Bitchin'. I feel really awkward. Monday Morning Monorail, which everyone here hopefully listens to because I, Sippin' and Bitchin'. We're coming out with a new episode next Wednesday. So
it's all happening.
Yep. Adventures with Stephers on Instagram. And that'll link you everywhere.
All right, Stephers. Well, thanks for talking here for this past hour. Thanks everyone in the chat.
Thanks, guys. Sorry if I had hot takes.
And I think we'll do this audio with. I have some audio from the 8-year-old, so maybe
I will
put that
listen
together
to it just for the 8-year-old audio.
We'll do a wombo combo for.
Don't say wombo combo. That's not how that works. But no, that is how that works. I'm so proud.
For our Theme Park Thursday audio this week. So until next time, hey, that's Stephers.
That's me.
And I'm Frank. Bye-bye.